So good evening, Council. Chris Sanchez, Assistant to the City Manager. I'm here to give you an overview of myMesquite, the city's new customer service platform. So to give you a little background, there are multiple ways for residents to interact with the city. Currently, they're able to call utilizing the phone. They're able to email concerns, as well as show up in person and share with staff any issues they may have. We also utilize several forms throughout the City of Mesquite website, and each department uses their own form to bring up issues from residents. There's a potential drawbacks for several of these inputs. We've had a lot of residents in the past state that it's difficult to find which departments take care of which issues. It's also a little difficult to find specific numbers for staff members as well as their email addresses. And the website forms themselves are very difficult to navigate in our City of Mesquite website and are a little cumbersome when you fill them out. So in knowing Council's strategic goal that we are looking to become a high-performing and transparent government, specifically 5.1, actively engage with residents, and 5.5, enhance service delivery through data-driven analysis and program evaluation, we knew that a customer service platform would help to accomplish these goals and address some of those concerns that residents have. So the city was able to design myMesquite, and it's a new platform that allows citizens to easily report such items as code violations, graffiti, potholes, and more through their smartphone utilizing a mobile application or through a link on the city's website. The service request will be automatically routed to the appropriate department, integrated into our work order systems. This is very important because most of our current inputs we have to manually input into work order systems, so this helps with automation, makes us a little bit more efficient. And it allows residents, if they are able to register with the application, to receive major updates on any service requests they put into the system. Some other benefits that the platform has is that it's very user-friendly. That was key. We wanted to make this about customer service and provide a very easy way for residents to submit issues or service requests. It's also one single point of entry. You are able to post any concern throughout the city and in one spot, so it eliminates the guessing game and where to search on the website for several departments. One of the best features that the application has is that it has geolocation services and the ability to attach media, photos, and video. And to give you an example of how that can be very useful for our residents, let's say I'm a resident and I have the app on my phone. I'm walking the neighborhood and I see an issue, potentially a code violation or maybe a pothole in the street. The application will ask if you can share the location of the concern and as well as be able to take a picture of the issue itself. Not only does this make this very easy for our residents, but it also allows us to be even more efficient in our operations. If we're able to get a picture of the incident or the concern, as well as exact location of where it is, it makes our staff more effective at addressing those concerns. So we see a lot of efficiency gains with this platform. So I wanted to give you an example of how myMesquite looks. This is the home pages for the application and platform. On the left-hand side here is the website version. This is where you'll be able to find a link on our website to access this view. I want to bring your attention to the bottom. This service request button is how you start an actual service request. So you click on this to begin the process. You can access this with your desktop computer as well as other devices such as iPad. On the right, we have our mobile app. Now this is where you can download it from the Android store or the the Apple store as well. It'll look like this. I want to bring your attention to the bottom. This is our main toolbar. This is where you're going to be able to really access the features of the application. The second button here is signaled by the big red circle, is where you click on to submit a service request and start the process. So you want to keep your focus on this main toolbar on the bottom. So I want to give you a real quick step-by-step of how to actually input a service request. So you access myMesquite either by downloading it from one of the app stores or following a link on our website. You select that service request button that we just talked about in the previous slide. Next, you select what type of request it is, and it's going to be in a drop-down menu right where my mouse is, right here. You then move into location, where is the problem or the issue occurring. The location feature is really great. You can provide it in multiple ways. First, you're able to input the address if you know the exact address. You're also able to input intersections, as well as you're able to drop a pin on a map if you know the approximate location of an issue. After doing this, you can provide additional details. This is where you're able to input certain items or additional information. It's a fillable form in that section. And lastly, you can attach a picture or video. This is optional. You hit submit and that's it. One of the key benefits of having this platform is the ability to really engage with our customers. We are able to provide major updates to all service requests, but residents are able to get a little bit more out of the application if they are to register with the application. They will get personal notifications when their service request is updated, including an email or mobile notification. And I want to show you how that looks like. On the left-hand side here is an email notification. This will be what residents will see anytime that a service request is updated with a major incident. The one on the right is mobile notification. If you download the app, you will get a mobile notification similar to what other apps provide as well, to let you know that your service request is being worked on. For lack of a better word, I think that one of the coolest features is this next one right here, nearby requests, and you get more out of it in the desktop view. But what this allows residents to do is to be able to look at all service requests in the city next to an approximate location. You're able to see what is the city currently working on and where exactly the progress is on those service requests. You can see that we have a few already, and you're able to click on each one of these icons and dig down deeper into each individual service request. Now, how this can be very helpful for residents is that they are able to be informed and they're a little bit more empowered to figure out what's going on in their neighborhoods. If they think that a concern hasn't been turned in, well, this allows them to see if it has been turned in and eliminates that guessing game as well. Eventually, there will be a lot of dots because we have a lot of requests that come in. A nice feature is that you are able to filter. You're able to filter by type of request. So let's say you want to focus in on code violations, or if you want to focus in on animal concerns. You're able to pick those individual requests and as well as filter by a time frame, maybe just the request within the past week or within the past month as well. So here's the listings of the type of requests and concerns that we have in the system. We worked with departments throughout the city to determine what are our main service requests that usually come in. Each one of these requests has additional sub-requests underneath them as well to kind of give you a little bit more definition of each one of these main categories. Now, this is appropriate time for me to mention, when we are looking at these requests, these are for non-emergency related requests. So we're going to ask the residents if they do have something that requires immediate action or an emergency action. The best course to take is always to call. Call our non-emergency number as well as our other numbers for individual departments. So I want to actually take you through a real quick live demo of inputting a service request just to show you how easy it is. So this is the City of Mesquite website. We have included 2 links on the main page. You have this banner that will be here. It'll be standing for the it's live now. And then we also have this myMesquite request icon right here. You click on this and it'll take you to the myMesquite landing page. The website for this is www.cityofmesquite.com/myMesquite. I really recommend all residents visiting this page first. It allows you to get additional information on the application, as well as provides a very useful how-to video on how to submit a request, as well as direct links to download the application. Right now, the app will take some time to be searchable in the app stores, so we recommend going to this page first and clicking the link to download the apps to your phone if that's something that you want to do. We also have the link for the desktop version, so I'm gonna take you to that right now. So here's your landing page. You want to click Service Request, and you want to create a request. So today we're going to be filling out a request for a pothole. I'm going to select Streets and Alleys and hit Done. I'm going to click on the map to set a location. We're going to say it's right outside 1515 Galloway. That's the city's municipal building. It has found the address and you hit Done. Then click on Tell Us More Details. Now, because we were looking for a specific pothole, we want to select pothole as the issue type, and we want to provide a quick description. There is a football-sized pothole in front of City Hall. You hit Done there, get a green light letting you know you completed that. Now I want to add a photo as well. Click on a pothole there, and then hit Submit. It's going to give you a thank you for submitting your request and let you know as well if this is an emergency, please contact the phone number instead. So that's a very quick demo on how to access a service request. Some next steps to be on the lookout for is that we're going to continue to push this to our residents, get them engaged as well as educated on how to use the app and download the app. One of the key things we'll do is to provide download assistance at events. So anybody that needs help downloading the app or just utilizing it, we'll have staff at events to help with that. The next thing that we will focus on is this platform allows us the ability to really dive into data on a broader scope. Right now, we have various softwares for various departments. This is one of the first softwares that incorporates multiple departments. So we're able to really collaborate with that data and potentially be a little bit more proactive to see if certain concerns correlate to other certain concerns throughout the city and be able to draw a little bit of trend data as well and make us a little bit more data-driven organization, just like Council is hoping for. With that, I'll open for any questions.
Councilman Green?
Hey, so one thing that you kind of skipped over there that I noticed a couple times on the thing there, there's a confidential like button you can select, so you can actually keep these you can keep the request confidential. So you know if you have that code violation, maybe a neighbor or something like that you don't necessarily want them to know you're the one that's reporting them, you can click the confidential button and no one's not going to know who turned them in. So I know for some people that is important because you may want to report something, but you don't necessarily want your neighbor knocking on your door asking why you reported it. So that's something to keep in mind. I'll add a couple comments. I'm super excited about this. Months and months ago, before I ever knew the city was working on this, I'd found some other apps and was asking people, including our city manager and some other people, why aren't we doing something like this? Because for me, if you can take a picture of a pothole, hit a button that sends it in, that reports it, it's much easier and less cumbersome on our residents. So I hope that people will use this. Again, I say use this. Please use this. This is going to be a great tool to help us get things done. So every time you want to get on social media and gripe about something going on, whether it's a pothole, a code violation, or whatever, go to the app and report it first, and then you can vent to your heart's content. All right? Thank you, guys.
Ms. Wisdom, go ahead.
Thank you, Chris. That was a great presentation. And like Councilman Green said, I'm going to chime in with him. I think this is a great app for people. And I know for myself, when I have my town hall meeting, I'm going to really push this, that everybody gets that on their phone, because I think it's great. I think it's very user-friendly, and I've already put it on mine. So thank you for all your hard work.
Councilman Smith?
Does this software allow the person who makes the complaint or issue allow the tracking of it to see where it is in terms of it's been sent to the proper department, and does it give a timeline when a pothole might be filled in front of someone's home, for example?
Generally speaking, we don't provide timelines with this application. However, it allows for departments to update service requests and update residents. And in those updates, we do hope to give some type of completion on that service request. Now, each service request is going to be a little different in terms of how long it may be to address the concern. So that's where really getting that feedback and engagement with the individual staff member is going to help to potentially give them the answer that they're looking for in terms of how long this will take.
Councilman Allman?
I was going to ask, will the other Mesquite app with Real Texas Services, will that one be discontinued so everybody can focus on this one? Or are we still going to be keeping the other one? I noticed on the other one, there's all the areas for pushing different departments, and myMesquite is on there too, so they can actually go there and hit myMesquite and get into myMesquite. But are we eventually going to discontinue that app?
Mr. Allman, I'll just say we're hoping they'll work in tandem. The other app is basically an information provider. It should list parks and recreation information, details from departments that is on our website. The myMesquite app is what we're transitioning to for all service requests. So that's why you'll see the button for myMesquite on the other app, and then you can also access city information from myMesquite. So they should work in tandem. But residents who want to know what's going on, events, activities, a little bit more information, should have both apps.
Because my concern is if they would get confused with the two apps, and some that have already gotten into that Real Texas Service Mesquite app, and now this one too, and understand what you're saying. It looks like the new app, you can go into it and you can get all the information that you had in the old app. Maybe not all the information, but that's one of my concerns, is the confusion that if they have both of them, and that'll have to be explained as well.
Yeah, I think that's part of our challenge with public education, but I think that's why we tried to use myMesquite and focus on it mainly as the service request app. And then, like I said, you have the link in the Real Texas Service app to myMesquite. So if you go to one or the other, you can go back and forth. Okay. So there shouldn't be any reason why you can't do a service request from either app.
Okay. And are we at the place where we can navigate this in Spanish as well?
I don't believe it has Spanish capabilities. Now, some phones have, depending on your phone, have auto translate, and they may work, but it's not a capability of the app itself currently. We'll continue to monitor that and let you know if that's a new feature that's added.
And I like the additional feature too, where it says you can click on compliment. And I'm glad you all put that in, because we need to hear those compliments as well. There's a lot of requests for different things around the city, potholes or whatever, but people like to give compliments too, which is great. And we don't want to discourage that, so I'm glad that's in there too. And so this new app basically covers all the departments?
Yeah, it covers a wide range of the majority of service requests we get. You have, I'm trying to think off the top of my head if there are certain departments that it doesn't cover, but I think it has a general main category for most departments. The items that we see the most when we analyze our utilities dispatch data, as well as any other customer service lines that we normally answer.
Okay. And I want to echo Councilman Green as well. I'm very excited about this. I think this is great. You did a great presentation, Chris. Appreciate your presentation. And we do want to encourage citizens to make sure and use it, because that's what it's for, and that it would help tremendously. So thank you so much. Appreciate it, Chris.